I don't know.
Oh, it looks like everybody's ready.
Ready.
Hardcore group. Afternoon in the dark again, but look what we have. Wonderful artists again. My goodness. So I guess we'll start with Marina Goldberg, who classically trained in Russia, but lives in San Francisco now, and you should see the list of awards that she has. Amazing. So she has a real surprise for us to watch this afternoon. She paints in all media, but I'm so glad she's doing watercolor for us today. And Joe Balzarani has a painting that he did for SWA for us last year. Well, not for us, but anyway, he did. From Italy. And I'll let you tell them about yourself. You also have an extensive history of painting since you were small. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, enjoy.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Starting first the women.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, well, I think it was, I decided to do surprise paint Lauren. Since I'm a portrait artist, might as well, right? And maybe it's my last demo, but who knows? Maybe it'll turn out really wrong. I paint wet into wet. I did prepare my paper. I wetted both sides, let the water soak in. Now I'm gonna just dry some areas and hopefully it all works.
Thank you, Marina. Thank you to all. It's very, I'm a little scary, sorry. And I thank you to all, and thank you, Anna, for this big dream, and thank you, Lauren. I started this painting 1 month and a half ago, and I tried to finish a little part. I am a Hot Wheel collector, and painting only with the sticks, watercolor sticks. And it's very difficult to me because usually this part of painting in 2-3 days, but now is 1 hour and a half. Is very, very, very rush. It's not high definition. And enjoy starting. Thank you. I take my globe because usually I paint in vertical mode. I don't touch my painting, or use the sticks or use the gloves. This is glove for drawer. Okay. I use the sticks in this mode or for fine detailing direct with brush. All? Yeah, all the painting in this mode. Only for the tube or half pan, the background, but I don't use for background the brushes. I use a sea sponge, flapping. Yeah, maybe I don't remember the number, but I arrived at a 15 layer. in this case, I don't use the masking fluid because when I apply the masking fluid in my studio, waiting 2 hours before wash, because, for example, I use this sheet after 1 year because it remain in the temperature in my studio. Don't change the temperature, don't change the rooms.
When I paint, I usually do talk to my subjects. So I thought it would be too weird here. So I actually do talk to them, and I blame them all for all the mistakes I make. But it helps me to resolve issues, not necessarily with painting. Yeah, people ask, I always paint standing up because I'm trained to paint from the shoulder. You know, you have freer brush strokes. It's a bit more painterly, I think, but you know, it's to each its own. It's never a single rule, obviously.
Usually, I I painting during the night because all my brushes is connected with my son. When I started, well, okay. During the day is impossible. Now I at the school, and now watching live from Italy live. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry? That's south of Rome. Usually the temperature is very, very hot. In this July, for example, 47 Celsius. And maintain my studio closed without air condition. Because the air condition for me is dangerous for the fiber of the paper. And don't use, for example, air dryer. Dryer all naturally. This is the reason because my paint is a long process. Pants and stick, but more sticks. I prefer the sticks, for example, for my one particular reason. My old job is I am a restorer for ancient monuments in Rome, all the Italy. I working for 12 years. And when I use the watercoloring tube for the fresco paint in the church, for example, I have the problem with the gamma arabic completely separated from color. This stick is awesome because I have in the church and directory for restoration. And I use this, for example, the Danny Smith is made here in the United States. The traveling is very trouble for the tube, for the masking fluid. Change the temperature. The pressure in the airplane is very difficult for the color. this part, for example, you use the masking fluid and apply after, not whitewash, but the watercolor sticks, very, very must on. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Okay, I have these brushes, for example, I use this type of brushes. Is made from Borciani and Bonazzi. For me, is my kit. And I use this, I prefer the short end, because in vertical mode I have many, many hours. I paint usually 2-3 hours a day, but without my son, 8 hours. And the engineer of the factory photographed my hand. I have this problem for many, many hours. I have a problem of this part of main. And studying, because in this case, is empty. I have a big pressure for many hours, and create this is full. I don't have a problem for many, many hours painting in this case. Okay, my body is ready because for many, many years for restoration, I work in similar to Michelangelo in the Sistine Chapel in this part. And now, if, for example, I study the system, don't move never the sheet, only in this part. Don't rotate my sheet. Because it's impossible to rotate the church. It's possible, it's possible. If you want it, with earthquake, it's possible. Yeah? Yeah?
Yes. Yeah, I always try to paint light, so like I chose this particular, I took this picture and I chose this because it has pretty sharp contrast of light and dark. And especially when you're painting characters, because it's not portrait per se, it's a character, right? I always need to meet the person. I ever paint from photographs, actually. I can't use it as a reference, but I have to meet a person because I do paint personality, at least try to. and this really helps, with features, because features are part of personality, but so people would like to be recognized in what I paint. So, but I do like sharp contrasts if possible. Sometimes when it's like a child or delicate subject, then sharp contrast obviously is wrong. It doesn't work, but that would be my preference, especially for the demo. It's kind of easier to define dimensions, shape.
I prefer, for example, in this part, many, many layer, not the direct color, because one of my crazy part of life, I am a painter, but I paint in model figures and many, many, many layers for arrive to the result. for the point of light, or use masking fluid, or obtain this very, very small, sorry, but many, many, many layer wash. The hyperrealism for me is a challenge. It's very, very a challenge, because many students and my art teacher, why don't I use the oil or acrylics? It's a change, because our watercolor is a powerful.
Me, Daniel Smith mainly, but I have some Holbein. I have. I'm eating. What colors? Oh boy, because it's my palette. I usually use big tray at home, butcher tray. It's lavender, wisteria, so a couple of non-transparent, and then it's alizarin crimson, pearl and violet, ultramarine blue. What is it? What I'm using here? Rose madder. Horizon blue, actually. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Paper is Bahong Master Series. Oh, it's 140, and it's rough, huh? Yes, if you pre-wetted both sides and let it soak in, yeah. It's actually pretty sturdy. It's, I was surprised that it really holds up the water up really well. At the same time, it dries with kind of defined speed, which is perfect for my technique.
Yeah. The first time of my career, I used the techniques of fresco painting in section. For example, starting one wheels and finish. Now I prefer a global. The first is background, starting with background, and now I prefer. I have the global washing and after the detail. Yeah. For the black background, yes. 50 layer, I use the sea sponge and want to remind the white hole with my tiny brush covering. Or starting with my brush covering 15, 50. Sorry for my... Because in this mode, I have the... for example, I don't like the flat black. In this... Yeah. In this case, I have the shadows in the shadows, the movement in the black. Yeah. It's a long time, yeah. This... No, no. No, because my painting, I use the pins, metallic pins in board. And especially when I created the black background, little waves in vertical mode, continuous after the flat, when dry, completely dry. I don't use, for example, the Primatex series of Daniel Smith is granulating color, but ultramarine blue is granulating, and when the painting have waves, I don't like this granulation inside in the waves. Yeah? The watercolor ground I use for my painting only for repair the damaged paper. And I use the 10% of water, not so much. Is very, very important for the ground, dry naturally. Don't use air dryer, because change the particle inside. Sandy with a 2000 grain paper. Little. Don't sleep.
Yes. Usually I ask it, why is it not working? No, I usually discuss whatever, it's like, because I get to know a person. So I usually just do my discussions about painting. This is, yeah, I know it's crazy, but I guess artistic license gives me this leeway. It helps me a lot. I don't know, for some reason, it just gets me. I never notice how long I've been painting for. It's keeps me engaged. I do sometimes. I've noticed that choice of music affects my colors, actually. So I'm very, very careful on what I choose to listen to, because once I was painting and all my colors got really. I'm quite, I'm a colorist, right? And my colors were getting all dull, like very subtle, and I realized it's music. So, so I'm very particular if when I listen to music. Classical music is good actually for me.
I am a metal. Yeah. I am a drummer. I love Guns N' Roses. Sorry, Marina. Yeah, I played the drummer for 10 years.
Yeah.
The rest,
It's not what I want to do.
No, the restoration stopped when I was born my first son, because I started for restoration the prints, sunset prints, after the fresco paint, and the last time with the stone, cleaning the stone. The Imperial Forum in Rome, for example, for cleaning it. Imagine in August under the sun. It's terrible. Now, yeah. I paint it full time, yeah. I painting and I'm working for Daniel Smith. More video of Daniel Smith is my hand and my studio.
No, part of my career, I mean, I've been always painting since I was 5. But part of my career of raising kids, paying for college, was working in computer games as an art director, actually. I'm from California, so I guess it was a natural choice in a way. I started when that whole industry started, so I'm pretty aged in it. But I stopped about 10 years ago and completely devoted myself to painting. But I was always painting. Like I would come home and to stay sane, I would paint, even though I have 2 kids. But they knew mommy needs her time. So it's, if you want to talk to mom and actually get something from her, let her paint. Yeah, we do need it. It's like breathing. It's like they say, why you paint? Can you stop? And it's like if you can't stop, it tells you about yourself. And it's like I can't. I realize that. My family realizes that, so they have to live with it. But I do have supportive family, so that's good. Works. Me? No. I try not to because it does affect my health, actually. Yeah, no, it's absolutely serious. I mean, it is what it is. I do paint. I mean, life happens, things interfere, but I try not to prolong those periods, because it will affect how I feel, my mood, the whole thing. So. So for this demo, I'm trying to paint alla prima. I do try to, like when I do my first layer, I let it dry. I usually don't use, anything, just let it dry. But here, let's see what happens. Why not? Hopefully. Oh boy, that's such a dangerous question. I have no clue. Whatever's on my palette at this point. What is it? Is it? Boy, that's actually good to know. Would help. Quinacridone violet and ultramarine blue and a little bit of what is it? This is deep gold. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'm trying to get my shadows, full of color as much as I can without interfering with values, because I love color. That's kind of me.
When I painting the reflection, on the reflection, don't use the down color. I use the same color, and after I multiple wash of neutral tint for color down. The photo reference and the paint is all original, made from me and my wife. Don't paint another photo from another people. And this is in my studio. I have a limbo or urban landscape. I photograph and asking the permission for the people for their production. Yeah. For example, 150 photograph. Many point of light. Because I have a plastic and glass, I have a many reflection and decided I don't modify it with Photoshop. My photograph is thick. Top. I need a more light, more object, more. This is, for example, is not a glass for reflection, but is a plexiglass, gray plexiglass. When I'm traveling, for example, with my wife during the honeymoon, at 12,000 photographs.
Oh boy.
I need a new computer every time. I don't use the neutral tint. I abuse of neutral tint. For the paper, I use only the Fabriano Artistico extra white, only extra white. 640 grams. Sweet grain.
It's not black, it's neutral. Yeah. And pearlin violet and some like what is like turquoise, some green in it. It's a very fine balance in my case. And now it's hard. You just find the time, I guess. You create extra hours in your day, in a way, you know. For me, it was just sleeping a lot less. Honestly, you know, it's like I sort of ruined my sleep because of it, but that I have more time in life at this point because I don't sleep as much. Um, that's it. You know, it's figuring out how to balance it. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to ask my kids later in life how it affected them. Well, one became an artist, so I guess it's good. And the other one is definitely followed my husband, who is like a computer programmer or a business analyst. So he's a very tech guy. So we split it evenly. There is no competition. But yeah, it's not. It's a delicate balance, that's for sure. I know. What about you, Giovanni?
Sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, it's very cold here, and the humidity I don't like.
Oh.
It's very hard. It's very hard for my life because now, so sorry, but now, for example, I have my wife remain in Italy because I have a little problem for my son, kidney problem. And he's very troubled by it's a circle of life. I pick up my son in the school, arriving, painting, cooking, cleaning, painting. And when I start in the painting after my son sleeping, touch the paper, well,
Okay, actually,
restart.
we'll dry the.
Now, for example, my wife watching my son,
Can you,
not sleeping, is midnight in Italy.
Adrian, or to mute me because I'm gonna do it. I need to dry it. No, it's okay.
Now, every part of my time is free, starting for painting or working. What? The color? No, it's watercolor. Yeah. No, in this palette is a tube squeeze. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't like mixing wash for watercolor. No, this is all squeezing from the tube. From the tube. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. For example, this painting is a part of a series called Retrolight. I studied the retro illumination for the particular reflection, and my shoes in the show. I use only the light with one LED, micro LEDs for a spot, closed with my the piece of paper, and obtain this, but directly from the photography. Because my challenge, my big challenge, is reproduction, the perfect reproduction of my photograph. Is a big part of my work, obviously. Yeah. Change when I use the retro light and on down, change my plexiglass or use the white plexiglass or gray plexiglass or red plexiglass. It's not only the simple glass. And for the light, in the point of light on the black background, after take the masking, I use these sticks white, titanium white in my airbrush. Sorry? Yeah, for art. The time, please. When I use gouache, in watercolor, never. Painting in gouache. But in gouache, I prefer prepare the wood with acrylic gesso, painting gouache. I have in my mind my old job continuously. It's not good, but my brush size is from 20-0, 1 air, maximum 4. Yeah. I am a collector. I have 400 brush, but I use 5. Yeah. Because I think the watercolor is more powerful to oil for me. It's more difficult because in Italy, for example, is called bona la prima, good the first, and it's not possible to come back. Not possible to use the eraser and have a good training for your hands. During my study in Academy of Fine Art in Rome, before the watercolor, I used the big pen because the pen is not possible to erasing, and the design is very, very correct of the first time.
Because it's more challenging, actually. I enjoy the challenge. It's like been painting all my life, so you need to keep it interesting. And the watercolor is always unpredictable, so it keeps it fresh all the time. You never know how it's going to come out. It's a masochistic approach, maybe, but that's what keeps it going.
Do you talk with? Sorry. Yeah. My influence, I started in the hyperrealism when I stay in MoMA in New York. My big master is Chuck Close, one of the best painter for me in the hyperrealism. And when I watch the painting, the 10 meter or 10 meter, oh my God. And why not try in watercolor? Piece of piece. And I study many times rough goings, and I have a privilege, not restoration, but touch with my hand. The Caravaggio is very close, and I study the background from Caravaggio because the Caravaggio black is not black, but it's a dark brown, and I use it the trichromic color with the finger. Caravaggio style used this for create the black with the rear of the brush design. And I have this privilege for watching very, very close for the big restoration in Rome. But not restoring.
Restoration is actually extremely helpful and powerful because you get familiar with techniques. You really need to figure out the technique of an artist. I was privileged to do actual restoration in St. Petersburg and Russian Museum. So it's Hermitage So that teaches you a lot. um, it's used to be that artists painted in big studios, learning from masters. So that's a little bit of that. Masters are gone, but you can still learn. Well, those masters, the old ones, so that yeah. Thank you, very kind. No, that's well, I can blame it on the portrait, I guess. Yeah, no, you know what I mean. You can always learn from the past, and this makes it possible. Restoration. Uh, yeah, Giovanni, you want to take it?
You. You.
Oh boy. Since I was in computer games, I'm quite, computer savvy. But it takes a lot of time, and I really don't want to spend it. Honestly, I feel like it's eating into. At the same time, I see that people do appreciate if you post stuff, and the feedback is important. Because we are in our studios, at least for me, and you do exhibit and stuff, but it's a lot less exposure, so it helps in a way.
It's the same.
You know. So, but I really hate the time I spend just posting stuff or dealing with the media. But I don't know. Yeah.
Me for this is my wife.
Oh, how lucky you are!
Now, for example, don't sleep, but write it to Buffy randomly for the message. It's midnight. Oh my God. Tomorrow is the school. No, the big part of this is made from my wife. I'm only painting.
Can I borrow your wife?
Yes.
No, actually, it's a funny story. I was working in computer games, and the schedule is brutal usually. And I was working one night, and I have two small kids and at home, and my husband dealing with all this stuff. And my boss comes over, and he's like, "Marina, what can I do to help you?" And I said, "I need a wife." So that's how you handle the family and kids, and part of that answer. Colors are completely different there. I don't know. I can lift it up if you guys want to see. Yeah. So here we go.
It's finished? Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm not finished now. But do I know him? Yeah, he's gonna kick me after that one. But he said he's bringing extra wine for the evening. So when he saw who I'm going to paint, he said, "At dinner, I'm gonna have extra wine." So, so yeah, yes, I know, but it is what it is. Uh, well, I don't know if it's good or bad about my portrait, but I'm doing all I can. Gosh. Oh, now you first.
Wow.
I took the other one.
For the composition is usually in the urban landscape, I take the particular light or the people in the position. When I like, stop immediately. For the still life, I project to in my mind first, and the photograph in me perfectly. When don't arrive at this result, okay, shot every time. It's difficult. Yeah.
Me, well, I try not to actually. Here it is practically centered, so it's completely wrong. Trying not to center it on a piece of paper and try to give a bit more air. I'm gonna do some background, bit more air from, it's like where a person is looking. So it's like a breathing space you need to create. For the portraiture, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. There are some golden rules that you follow. But yeah, try not to do what I exactly did here. No, I actually did take it in Bologna this spring when when I was doing demo in Bologna. Yeah, because it's really a combination picture in a way, because I asked Anna to send me some photos, and she said, "What for?" And I said, it's a secret project. So because I decided, I'm gonna paint. My paintings, I'm a figurative artist. I do paint everything, but I prefer people, characters, and I paint lots of women. And this time around, decided to do a little switch. So I'm using wrong brush for this one. Let's see. No, this is actually goat hair. It's pretty soft, so I don't use bristle brushes. It's too harsh on a paper, I think. You know, watercolor, this paper is pretty durable, but still, you know, I'd rather not to destroy my paper. How wet? Oh, how down? It's cold. Yeah. So, but it's not glistening anymore. So that's, it's a good time to do details, to do background, so it's not going to bleed into my portrait. I try to use complementary colors, you know, depending mood. So it's kind of all, you know, that's why, you know, when people ask me what mixture I'm using, because I'm using my whole palette, like whatever colors I'm using. So it's consistent. So there is harmony in what I do. So nothing really gonna just jump out and interfere with what you're looking at, because the subject is the important thing. So it's all in support of the portrait. It's not really to, you know, for its own sake. This one is loose painting, and this actually helps too, because the colors are so muted that I can see values much better. It's an interesting approach to this one.
Yeah. 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 Helping connecting. Daniel Smith helping me, Anna helping me, Fabriano helping me, and my contribution is for this help. And then it is, and my wife same. Now, so sorry, I don't finish very well. Very bad for my level.
Okay.
No, for example, I have many friends playing classical music. I have one, the, one of my friend now live in Los Angeles, for example, and teaching the classical music, but watching with me the metal concert. I don't know, but for more powerful. when I paint, I have my headphone, and I need more power.
Mm, no, not really. Honestly, watercolor is hard enough. So yeah, no, I try to use music to support me, not to. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe I've just been doing it for so long that there are so many other challenges in life that this is not the one that I experimented with. But I think classical music helps me, for example, because it has so much harmony and structure in it. So no matter what classical music is, it's pretty much always in support of this. You feel in balance. At least for me, that's how it works. Sometimes, but they have to be something like historical, something that I can go back to. It's not something that I listen very closely to. It's almost like talking to someone, the background. Because sometimes I paint for 10 hours straight and you get physically very tired and you don't notice it till you falling. So that helps to keep you distracted, I guess, in some level. But it's nothing very serious, nothing, too involved. It wouldn't work for me. It's not to get the information, just background noise in a way. I mentioned that. Yeah, that's exactly. It's a music. Yeah, it's was a interesting experience, and I trying not to repeat it anymore.
Oops.
Oh well, that's.
Is alive?
I guess somebody didn't like the painting. Okay, I need to do some accents and to soften this edge. Concentrate a little bit here. Well, this is a demo, and we have 10 minutes left. It's a little bit bigger of a subject, but it's harmonies of colors. I mean, we do study it still. Harmonies of colors, even chemistry of colors. It's useful to know how they're gonna mix, how they're gonna blend, and like foreground, background. Just those balances that you create. The rules are still the same, and either you learning it by trying, or you're learning it from taking workshops, or you're learning it from old paintings. We're still learning it. It's not like it's not there. When the time runs out. Yeah, it's I try to stop before I ruined it, if I like it, to begin with. It's a tough question. It's always so personal on each individual painting level. It's not even me. It's like you're looking at painting and you're trying to figure out, are you going to spoil it or are you going to add something valuable to it? And that's the time. hopefully, it transmits what, at least some of the idea what you wanted to do with this. Personality, like if I'm trying to do like a smile, the look in the eyes, or gesture expression, if it's clear enough, if it's, working. Need to do a short. Well, I'm the last one, right? So I can spend extra 5 minutes and to do short instead. That's the advantage. Huh? Hey, I have to start drinking with Lauren soon, so it closes a lot sooner for me, but yeah.
The signature in my painting? Yeah? No, no. I'm usually in my painting I have 5 signature, 1 official, and 4 is a secret because it is my trademark. I challenge you to show, for example, I change the letter with my name, but the particular is very, 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 very tall.
It's cool.
For example, this is 10. Yeah. No, it's a big suggestion for your trademark when the painting traveling is better. Especially for the NFT. It's bad. Sorry? No. No, it's me, mine. It's my when I buy the Hot Wheels, buy is not when not rare. I buy 2, 3 models the same. One of my son and one of me. A lot of money. The composition, yeah. No, this is represent my family because the big shoes when the light is mine. The other is my wife. The small inside and the glass is my first son. But when I paint in this, my wife is pregnant for the second, and the small outside represent the second. Yeah, I love the Converse. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for me, yes, I have to. So never just a person.
How much time remain? I stopped. Try to my best. Okay. This is the photo. Okay. Reference. And this is the paint.
Appreciate. Yay, bravo. You did it.
It's bad. Sorry. Yeah. Is the background where? The sponge all, this is only this part with brush, this is airbrush. Airbrush. Airbrush, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. No, no problem.
I think I'll stop now. Where's my small brush?
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Better here, yeah, I know. The colors are better. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Together. Thank you.
Thank you for your patience.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Coloring. Yeah.
Thank you.
Color.
Thank you very much. Okay. My phone is here. Side button. Yeah.
Because for the producer, this is a lot of goma arabic.